Let's start today's session. Good morning, everyone. My name is Peter, and I will be your trainer for this training, especially for this session. That is on the trainings of we have different kind of programs here. Okay, so today we will discuss about like what is the requirement, and especially in major part we will focus on Cisco certified CCNA as well as. Okay, so I'm here for skills for everyone. Okay, so first of all, let me share my screen. Okay, I hope my screen is visible to you. Any of you, could you please confirm?
Yes, visible.
So it's
Uh,
visible.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So as I told you, we are network kings, and we have a separate program. We are running a separate program that is a skills for everyone. Okay, where we are providing some of the combination of the good courses or the good technologies or skill basically, and according to that you can opt for the some specific courses. Along with that we will provide you the guidance and as everything basically the support as well as. Okay, now we have major three programs, guys. Okay, we have three major programs, and most of the people if you are here, so obviously you know about the IT trainings and the IT field. Obviously that is why I'm not going towards the basics. Okay, so we have three major programs here. Like we have network engineering career program, IT engineering career program, and cybersecurity career program. Okay, so in network engineering career program, basically obviously for if you want to build your career in the field of network engineering, so guys, we have three specific what we can say the modules and skills here. We are providing you training for CCNA, CCNP, and Palo Alto, that is a firewall. Okay, in IT engineering career program, we are providing training for CCNA, MCSA, that is related to the server, Microsoft server, and then the Linux along with the Azure cloud. Okay, so these are the two major programs right now. We are gathering peoples for these domains, and we have other program like cybersecurity career program as well, as where you will learn about the CES, the ethical hacking and pen testing part as well as. Okay, so that is the different program. Okay, today we will focus on more on this network engineering career program and IT engineering career program. I have a question for you. Any of you, if someone is working somewhere in IT field, do you have any of the person, any individual who is working right now in IT? Any of you? Anshika, Arvind.
Yes, I'm working.
Okay, Arvind. So what is your profile? Could you please tell us?
IT support technician.
And that's great. Okay. And any other person, any other individual from the list? Okay. So maybe it's a few of them. Like most of the time, like when we started job, we usually start from the L1, mostly from the desktop support guys. Okay. So, like with a basic knowledge, we can grab the desktop support or L1 level job easily. But the problem is, guys, for getting progress in the jobs, that is, a very difficult for L1 person. Frankly speaking, what I have observed in the industry, if you are, getting job in L1, it is very difficult to come outside of that trap actually. Okay, so the only way of getting outside of that is you need to build first of all the skills. Okay, your skill set should be perfect. Okay, point is you need to have good knowledge of the latest technologies. Okay, now what our program included, we do not have bunch of or a list of huge modules or huge, like it's not like that. We are very specifically focused on some specific module. If you see, okay, for network engineering, like what we are focusing on CCNA and CCNP. So CCNA is Cisco Certified Network Associate. It's an associate level certification and training, as well as the CCNP, that is a professional level training and certification. Correct. So we are focusing on that, Arvind, because that is the basic requirement. That is for the CCNA is for the entry level, correct, in the field of network associate or network engineer. Okay, and then nowadays security is one of the challenge, and if you people know, like there are many firewall brands are available in the market, especially with the Cisco. There is ASA firewall, Pix firewall, we have Checkpoint, we have Sophos, and so many other brands are also available, and one of the popular is Palo Alto. Okay, so we are covering Palo Alto here as well. Okay, so that is why this program will help you to grab job in the field of network engineering, basically, or as well as for the, it will lets you towards the security part as well as, correct. I mean, later on you can move towards that thing as well as. Okay, in IT engineering career program, what we are covering, CCNA. See why, if you see, CCNA is common in each and every module, correct? If you see, because see, the knowledge of networking is something that is very, very important. Like if you want to move forward, if you want to look, like upward, basically, and you have a plan and you're looking for growth. So the point is, first thing is that before getting job, you need to have some basics. Okay, so with the CCNA, guys, CCNA is associate level program, but guys, if you have a good knowledge of CCNA, you will be a network engineer, correct, or network associate at least. Point is, you need to have good skill set within that. Okay, so CCNA is everywhere, if you see. And the reason behind that is, like, how you will secure a network, how you will do further activities within your network if you do not understand the network. So with the help of CCNA training and certification, guys, you will get the knowledge of networking, the core networking, how communication will take place between you and me. Right now, we are communicating with each other, how this thing is working, what kind of a protocols are running between us, correct. So these kind of information can be, like these kind of knowledge can be grabbed by the CCN, correct. That is why CCNA is something very, very important. Like you see, if you did CCNA, like where you can move your career, let us discuss. I will go to the CCNA separately, but first of all, I want to show you the directions. Okay, so guys, if you have a knowledge of CCNA, so you can get the job. After getting job, if you ask me, sir, where now I can move? So first of all, you can move towards the network security. Okay, you can go for network security in Cisco especially. So you can do CCNP in security. Correct. It will let you towards the network security engineer. You will be that, you will that. But yeah, you not only the CCNP, then you required a lot knowledge, like different kind vendors firewalls. Like we are covering Palo Alto here, maybe the other firewalls as well as VPN technologies, securing devices, and so many things. Okay, you can move this thing as well as. Now the other stuff is you can move. I'm only mentioning the technologies which are trending right now. You can move towards the cloud. You know that his huge scope right now of Azure or AWS, and nowadays Google as well as. These are the top three vendors of cloud services, correct? So means after doing CCNA, maybe, possibly you will get the job as well as. But I'm only showing you the future scope within that. Okay, you can move towards the network security program, you can move towards the cloud services, and the third one is that is actually cybersecurity field. So cybersecurity is itself a very vast field. You can move to this section as well as, correct. And along with that, there are some additional and little bit older technologies as well as. One of them is server administration. Possibly people, who works at L1, they will understand what is server administration. Okay, where you will learn the Microsoft Server, MCSA, and as well as the Linux, correct. So these are the multi-angular like things to do in future. And if you see our programs, we have created these programs like that. The network engineering career program is starting you with the network engineering, and it is taking you to the further, means the advanced part, and then it is taking you towards the security, correct. The IT engineering program, same. It is starting from the networking and moving towards its Microsoft server administration. You can see that both of them, and as well as towards Azure, that is cloud. Okay, so we have planned or designed, our programs like that. Okay, so this is how basically you can lead your career. Okay, now like if you ask me, guys, obviously you do not know much more about me. As I told you, like my name is Peter, and I have around 15 plus years of experience. Okay, I worked as an engineer as well as in MNCs. Okay, I worked as an, even I have started my career with the L1 support as well as. Okay, the point is, the point is what I have seen, multiple technology changes within the years. Okay, when we started on that time, there was no popular firewall vendors were available on that time when I started my career. Only Cisco, we usually work with the Cisco ASA, but later on the Checkpoint came into being. Then later on the Palo Alto is very popular nowadays. Okay, so technology changes. We need to upgrade ourselves. This is the logic basically. Only the survival point is, if you want to survive in this field, you want to keep growing within this field, you need to have the knowledge, a specific knowledge, and you need to go with the flow along with the trend. Okay, so we need to switch technologies like this. And for for the security point of view, security in the sense for the job security point of view, guys, always have a multi-angular skill set. This is a recommendation by me. Multi-angular means like this, like you have knowledge of networking as well as you have knowledge of security as well as you know a little bit cloud as well as you have a knowledge of server as well as. Okay, if you have this kind of a skill set, that will be helpful even getting jobs, getting more opportunities. Because nowadays what organization are doing exactly, they are looking for a single candidate who can manage everything, isn't it? It's a fact. It's a well accepted fact, actually. The organization that they don't want to hire four people for different four technologies. They usually hire two. Okay, one plus one, because one is redundant. Okay, so one is prior, second is redundant. They hire two with the multi technologies. Means those two people will manage everything for them, and they are paying them best. They are paying them salary of four people or three people. Okay, so this is the idea. This is the nowadays this is a kind of a concept that is following actually. Okay, so this is how things are working around us. Okay, so guys, is there any query related to this? Feel free to ask me anything. Okay, don't worry about it. It's not about, it's just not like a class. Okay, if you have any concern or something like that, or problem or issue related or query related to the career, you can ask me.
Mr. Gaurav, I choose the path
Uh,
of.
Sorry, Arvind. Arvind, this is the our colleague's ID, that is Gaurav. My name is Peter. Actually, I'm your trainer.
Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
okay, Peter. I choose a path just like I told your colleagues that I want to CCNA, then CCNP and core NRC,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Mm-hmm.
move to CCNA security, CCNP security, then CCI
Correct.
security.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
Is it necessary me to continue in CCNP enterprises? Because I ask some other mentors, they say if you
Mhm.
don't complete CCNP enterprises, you easily don't understand which security you are going to understand.
Yeah, it's a
If you
fact, Arvind. Mhm. It's
okay,
a fact actually, because having knowledge is something like, even you can do directly. See, frankly speaking, if you can get directly training for CCI, no one will ask you something like, have you done CCN, or like you can lie to the people like I have done or something like that, because there is no kind of a, not a kind of a process of college or campus, something like that. You can do directly training for CCI, but the problem will occur when you will take classes or sessions, because on that time there actually people will not discuss the basics. Correct, Arvind?
yeah,
Because they know, like, you have done in the CCNP, CCNA, you have done this thing there. So
mm,
that is why we need to go with the flow, or like go with the sequence. Actually, that is something highly recommended. Actually, even I do the same. I did the same. Even on that time, my when I got training, that was on that time CCI version was version 3, actually 3.0. I got
okay,
training on that time. Correct. So the fact is basically we need to go with the sequence. Even I myself did, see, Arvind, I did CCNA. Then even I have interest in the same like you in the security part. I did CCNA, then CCNA security, then CCNP routing switching. On that time Ancore NRC was not there. Okay, on that time CCNP routing switching troubleshooting was there, RST. So I did that, and then I moved towards the CCNP security. and then I got training for CCI security. So I also followed the same sequence, and believe me, it was helpful. Means when you are going with the sequence, it will be definitely helpful there, because in CCI, that, like, obviously you have done the research. It's all about the practical stuff, correct, and the advancements, the troubleshootings, the high level configuration, and nothing else. It's all about the
Yeah,
labs,
all
correct.
about.
So see, exactly, it's all about the labs. Especially, see, Arvind, like, if you ask me, like, as an engineer, if you ask me, the conceptual knowledge is required there, where you are performing kind of a troubleshooting actually, because straightforward configuration is very easy.
Yeah,
It's the copying the command, in the from the CLI, you can fetch those commands from the Google as well as. But
yeah,
in the trouble, yeah, but in the troubleshooting part, it's something that is very terrible, because sometimes you will not understand, everything looks great, good, but there is a problem. Correct. So the troubleshooting comes with the concepts. If you are good with the concepts, if you have done everything in a proper manner, you will be good with the troubleshooting part as well, and that is something very, very important, because I found in the industries, even I face some of the issues. Like, we had some issue, and it is taking 3-4 days to resolve it. Correct. So in industries, we can get these kind of issues. So on that time, only knowledge can help us. Okay. So
yeah,
that is why this sequence is something that is very, very important. So if, like, just go with the flow, like CCNA, then do CCNP and RCN core, and then you can move towards the CCNP security. That will be definitely help you, because in security part, Arvind, no one will tell you about the IP subnetting. No one will tell you about the routing. Correct. So
yeah.
you need to have that knowledge as well as. That is why, you need to follow the sequence. Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Any other query, guys? Okay, clear. So let's move forward, and let's discuss about the, with our different, like, we have different programs. So with our different programs, you can try for these different job profiles, guys. You will try for network associate, network engineer, administrator, as well as IT engineer, server administrator, security associate, network security engineer. You can try for ethical hacker as well as, because we have CEH as well as in the modules, cybersecurity analyst and pen tester, cloud engineer, cloud associate, cloud security engineer, firewall engineer, and many more basically. So these programs are designed like this. Means you can try for these all stuff even. Okay. So that is the idea. Now, if we talk about the, like, the today's major agenda is CCNA, guys. We're gonna focus on CCNA. Okay. So CCNA is actually, we are going with the flavor that is routing switching, the variant routing switching. So I hope you all know about the Cisco. Cisco INC is a largest corporation, that, it is working from years, and, they developed the network devices, as well as the, they are working for the development and improvement in the field of networking actually. Okay, even they built some standards as well as. Okay, so Cisco is a very, older, we can say that, the organization with this field. And why we are doing CCNA? There are some other vendors are also available. I hope, Arvind, you have awareness. Like, we have Juniper, we have, different vendors are there. But the reputation of Cisco is different. The level of Cisco is different. Okay, the market share is huge. Okay, if you go to any organization, you will mostly find the Cisco devices at place. Correct. So that is why we are focusing on this. And sometime, guys, maybe the organization is using any other vendor device, Linksys or something like that. They are using other vendors router. But if they are looking for the job, if you visit, you will see their job JD actually. They were asking people from CCNA. Correct, because other vendors do not provide kind of a training and all, and no one will do those kind of a trainings actually. Okay, even few of the people only do the Juniper training. Otherwise, Juniper trainings are also not popular. Correct, nowadays. So because they, if I have, let's say, I have my own organization, and I have Juniper devices, so I will look people from the CCNA actually, because I rarely found the people from the Juniper. Correct. So because I know that if person did CCNA, he will manage the Juniper devices as well. Sorry. Hello. Is this someone is saying something? Okay, so that is why CCN is something that is very, very important. Okay, so it's Cisco certified network associate, correct? So as I told you, like it's a kind of an entry level IT certification, okay, that validates the candidate knowledge on networking concept. Okay, so it's a kind of an entry level program. Okay, so means if someone wants to start his career or her career within the networking, so it's a good one, okay, to start. Now, what is it exactly like? It's a kind of a like, preparing candidate for networking roles like network engineer, network administrator, network specialist. And guys, the idea is basically, okay. So the idea is basically, in the jobs, basically, people looks for the candidate for, for specific roles or something like that. One second, guys, I'm just, okay. Let me turn on the charger. All right. So like people looking for the jobs, in earlier days, or someone wants to get inside or like, entry in the field of, the IT field basically. So there is a problem. In earlier days, like if you do not have the tech degree, so there was a problem. But nowadays it's okay. Like what Cisco say exactly about their certification? They said like you have certification, that is done. No one will look for your degree or something, your education background or like that. Because CCNA is itself is kind of a degree, you can say that. Even it's a kind of a certification program. But the reputation of CCNA is greater than or just equivalent to a degree actually. Okay. So if you have a CCNA certification, you have a good knowledge, guys, no one can stop you. Okay. Everyone wants to hire you actually. Okay. So it's all about the skill set, building the skill. That is something very, very important. Okay, so what we will cover here in the CCNA, we will cover the networking fundamentals, networking access, IP connectivity, IP services, little bit about the security fundamentals, and especially the automation part as well as. Okay, so we will cover those stuff. And if we talk about the certification, so it's like the certification number code is actually it's 200301 CCNA. It's a 120-minute exam. Usually in you will get it in English language, and guys 50 to 60 questions will be there. Okay, 120 minutes, 50 to 60 questions are there. And basically these are a kind of a few of them are practical based, like lab based, and mostly questions are multiple choice with the multiple answers. Okay. And obviously for why it is important for getting job, Cisco based career if you are looking. See, frankly speaking, Cisco itself is a, you don't need to go to the other, like I have mentioned multiple fields here, you can see that. But Cisco itself is a field. Okay. So you can do a much more within the Cisco, like Arvind have a kind of a guidance, basically. Like, you can move towards the security part, you can move towards the data center. There are so many stuff to do. Correct. So you don't need to go outside of Cisco even, you know. So it's up to you basically, like what you will prefer. But you have ample amount of opportunity within Cisco as well as for learning and as well as for the jobs. Okay. So that is the idea. If we talk about the certification path, so you can see this slide basically. So guys, we are doing, the starting will be actually the entry level, that is CCT, that is a program here in the Cisco. Usually we avoid this one, we skip this one, not exactly the avoid. We usually skip this one, and we usually start from the associate level. Okay, so we are doing CCNA from here. Okay, later on, if you want to move further, then you will go towards the professional courses. So we'll do the CCNP, this one, any of the, like there are different flavors, you can see that. Okay, like we have professional, we have enterprises, we have collaboration, data center, security, and service provider as well as. Okay, so these are the different flavors. Okay, so in CCNA, basically, we are doing routing switching, and then later on, you can move towards the CCNP enterprises or Encore. Along with that, you can, like just like Arvind, you can move if you want to grab jobs in the field of Cisco security. So you can move towards the CCNP part, CCNP security. And later on, you can try for the CCIE as well as, that is the expert level certification. You can move like this. Okay, so you just need to follow the sequence, and along with that, you will get the job easily. Basically, it's not a big deal. Okay. For the jobs, basically, you need to have a kind of average kind of a communication, in the field of networking. It's not kind of a very good kind of a communication stuff. If you have average communication, but yes, technically you should sound better. Okay. So the technical knowledge is something that is very, very important. Okay. Always. These are the modules what we're going to cover here basically within the CCNA. We'll cover the networking fundamentals, network access, IP connectivity, IP service, security fundamental, and automation part as well. So these are the different modules, guys. Okay, what we will cover here. Especially we will focus on the devices like Cisco routers, Cisco switches. We will do some labs. We will do the configuration. We will learn like how we can manage the router and switches. That is the important part. How we can configure, how we can manage. We will build our concepts. Like as I told you, and like concepts are something that is very, very important, guys. Okay, like see, frankly speaking, if you see like let's say you want to configure the IP address, you can check the command line of the IP address on the Google. It's very easy. Even you don't need to remember that. After practicing one or two time, it will get remembered automatically. So working with the CLI, Cisco CLI is very easy. Okay. Point is, even you can grab that thing itself from the internet. You don't require any kind of a training. And like me, means you are enough. But I feel if you are here, you are enough smart. You can grab that CLI from the internet and you can configure a router as well. As why you are here, just try to understand. As I told you, like it is something that is very, very important to build concepts, you know because conceptual knowledge always help you there when you will get stuck with any kind of a tech issue and the IT issue within your organization. Okay, so that is why we need to have that kind of a learning as well. So here in our trainings, what we usually focus, guys, okay, we focus on the concepts as well as along with the practical thing. Correct. So we will have a kind of a balance between both the things. Okay, so that is the idea. Okay. So any other query, guys? If you want to ask me something, you can. Okay, is it clear? Okay, any person from the list who have taken kind of a training before, like CCNA, or who is working with the Cisco router and switches? Any of the person?
Peter, I work, but I work on the packet tracer, not in real life.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay, Arvind. Okay, so see, let me elaborate a concept to you. Okay, let me elaborate a concept to you that would be better to understand the things. Okay, usually, guys, there is a device called switch, and because Arvind have little bit work or experience with that, so I have a question for Arvind as well. Okay, so I want other persons participation as well as, but first Arvind. Arvind, you know that like if we connect multiple PC with the switch, they all are like having connectivity with each other.
Yeah,
Correct? What is the
yeah.
reason? Why they are connecting to each other? What is the reason?
Because of the same network, and they connect with the same network, and then they internally
Mm-hmm.
build a network storage, shared network
Mm-hmm.
storage.
Okay. Now, see, you are saying like they have same network. Obviously, let's say we have IP address 10.0.0.1 for this, 10.0.0.2 for this, 10.0.0.3 for this, and 10.0.0.4 for this. You said they are in same network. That
Yeah,
is why they are connecting to each other. But
yeah,
there is a if and but. Let's say these first two PCs are member of VLAN 10 and these two PCs are member of VLAN 20. Again, they
oh,
are same in the network. Will
yeah,
they will connect to each other? They will be reachable?
yeah.
No. Okay.
We can connect with the bridges.
No, 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 no. They are within the same switch, Arvind. They are within the same switch.
No, I said if we connect those 10 and 20 with a bridge connection, they will
No,
interact
they
each
are not. This is not 20. This is 10. Same NID.
10 to
Same.
10. They will connect if we open the same network. Oh, yeah. If we connect the same network option enable, they will connect. If we disable the connection
Now the answer,
option, that
I will give you answer, Arvind.
yes,
They will not have any kind of a connectivity. Means this 1
LAN.
and 2 will not connect with the 3 and 4. Okay, one can connect or one can ping to 10.0.0.2,
Yeah,
but not 10.0.0.3 and not 10.0.0.4. Vice versa. 10.0.0.4 will able to ping 10.0.0.3, but not
yeah.
10.0.0.1 and 10.0.0. Now, what is the technical aspect for this? You said same network. Here again, same network is available, but they are not communicating to each other, even having same network. Correct, Arvind? There is a concept called broadcast domain. What do you understand with the broadcast? Broadcast is something like Arvind announcement. Correct. If someone is announcing something, that is called the broadcast domain. Like for now, just take an example of this class. Let's say I am the guy. I'm announce or kind of an announcer. Whatever I am making any kind of announcer, it will be received by you all. Correct.
Yeah.
So there is no partiality. It's a kind of a thing of equality. Whatever I am sharing, it will reach you to all. Correct. So what we can say, we all have a single broadcast domain. Means whatever we are sharing, any of us, let's say from there, let's say Harsh will start and saying something. So we all will be able to listen that one. Correct? It's a fact. Correct. Similarly, in the networking devices as well as guys. If in a group of device, if a single device is making announcement and that will be heard by all other parties, all other devices, so then we can say that they have single broadcast domain. Correct? Within the switch, actually, by default, there is a single broadcast domain, Arvind, 1BD.
Yes.
So that is why if any PC will make any kind of announcement within the switch, they will be communicable. Okay. But there is a certain case of the VLAN. So what VLAN exactly do? VLAN is a kind of a logical grouping of the machines which are connected to a switch, manageable switch. So let's say you have broken or you have created two VLAN. So it means you have broken the single broadcast domain into two parts.
Okay.
Okay, if you are creating VLAN 20 and VLAN 10. So actually what you did exactly with the concept of VLAN, you have broken this single broadcast domain into two parts. And the different VLANs are
Yeah.
not able to communicate with each other. This is the default rule. Correct? So it is a
Yeah.
default rule, like the different VLANs can't communicate with each other. Now, if you ask me within this switch, how many broadcast domain are there? So it's two, one and two. Correct?
Correct.
So this is how. So these are the concepts what I was, telling you, previously, basically. Or when like configuration is very easy. If you want to configure a VLAN, it's very simple. Go to the configure terminal and just say VLAN. You just say VLAN 10 and give the name HR. Similarly, VLAN 20 name IT. Okay. My point is configuration is very easy. Working with the command line is very easy, guys. You will see me like whenever I will configure, you will see me in the class and you will able to do so similarly. But the point
Yeah.
is
After the AI,
having no yes.
after the AI, it's all of extra easy हो चुका है AI आने के बाद में.
Exactly means they are not exactly or even Arvind, like you can find these command lines easily on the Google. Even Cisco, official in the Cisco website, you will get the all the command lines. That is not a biggest
Yes.
deal. Yeah. But the point is the knowledge, this thing.
Yeah.
Correct. Whatever we have discussed here. switch, broadcast domain, collegial domain, VLAN, VTP, why they are communicating with each other. If two devices are
Peter,
not communicating with each
Peter,
other, how you will understand,
Peter,
correct?
I
Mm-hmm.
learned somewhere the bridges
Uh-huh.
connection. You
Mm-hmm.
can connect two different gateway router with single computer.
Mm-hmm.
If you create the bridge, if you create the bridge, like we do in
Mm-hmm.
RDP.
Correct, correct. That is also one of the concept, Arvind, but that is depend on the network architecture. But the fact is nowadays we can connect switch with switch. Okay.
Oh,
It's very easy to connect with the switch. Like that is why we don't require any kind of a bridge. Let's say I have a 24 port switch, let's say,
yeah,
and I want to extend, like, my LAN user got increased. Okay.
yeah,
And I need 20 more members. So what I will do, I will bring one more switch and I will
yeah,
connect that switch with this switch. Correct.
yeah,
So nowadays we can connect switch with switch.
yeah.
Okay.
It's so very convenience and easy setup.
Exactly. And very simple. Just you need to make this link trunk and both the switches will able to communicate and will send the multiple VLAN data as well as. Correct. So that is the one of the concept. We will learn this thing as well as like how we can do this stuff. There are some certain protocols as well as Arvind, especially in the L2. In L3, basically in router, basically we will perform some kind of like routing stuff. Correct. We will do like the routing, like static routing, the default routing, sometime as well as the RIP, dynamic part, RIP, EIGRP, OSPF. These are the different protocols we will cover. Correct. But even in the switches as well, as usually switches are plug and play, just plug and play and disconnect the device, they will communicable with each other. But even though there are so many concepts are available there, as I told you, like broadcast domain, collegial domain, along with that, like how we can connect multiple switches, trunk ports, access ports, trunk links, access links. We have VTP, that is the VLAN trunking protocol. We have DTP, that is dynamic trunking protocol. We have STP, spanning tree protocol, and we have the concept of EtherChannel. Okay, that provides the redundancy along with the performance booster. Correct. So these are the different concepts what we're going to learn here within the course actually. Okay. So as I told you, like people thinks like it's only about like the more about the configuration. That is a true part, but according to me, as per my experience, configuration is easiest one. You need to understand like how things are working. Otherwise, how you will perform a kind of a troubleshooting in real time environment when you will get the job, and let's say there is an issue, how you will resolve it if you are not okay or comfortable with the concepts. That is why concepts are something that is very important. Correct.
Yes,
And I will help you within the training, guys, it's my promise. And I will help you within the concepts as well, as so that you will understand like how things are working. And even like it's also my experience. I'm not saying any, I'm not taking name of the other parties, but some, what I have seen, even I also face the same issue when I got training from somewhere, on that time it's around 2012. So they are just focusing on the configuration, like just do this thing, command line, give the command and done. Okay, no one has tell me about the concepts or something like that. Okay, so I built these things by myself, because when you stuck with the problems in the job, like like computer is working but IP phone is not working. When IP phone is working, the computer is will lost the connectivity. These kind of issue you will face in the job, guys, and you will get these kind of a tickets. Correct. So if you have a good knowledge of concept, then you will be able to resolve such things actually. Okay, so that is the idea. Okay, so that is my point. Like concept like this, and we will cover the IP addressing as well as. Okay, like there is a like number of possibility with the IPv4. There are so much different concepts are there within the IPv4. We will cover that one as well as we will cover the IPv6 introduction part as well as here. Okay, we will do routing, we will do switching, we will do network address translation as well as so many stuff actually. Okay, so lots of things to do here. The training will take, like if we talk about the CCNA, guys, it will take around 32 hours. Could be little higher or lower, but around 32 hours are required at least for covering these all topics basically. Okay, so that is the idea. Like, hmm? uh, any query, guys? So these are the modules, different modules where we will cover these all stuff. Okay, you can see that. Okay, so we will discuss about the TCP, UDP, TCP, IP. Even in the jobs, guys, you will get a kind of a statement like comfortable with TCP, IP protocols. Okay, so you must have a good knowledge. Like if you are in the field of security, cyber security, network security, server administration, or the network, like network engineering, you must have a good knowledge of TCP, IP protocol suite. Okay, so you need to work on that as well. As I will help you within that. Don't worry about it. Okay, we need to have knowledge of different switches techniques. You can see that whatever we have discussed previously, that is same. Okay, the IPv4 addressing, IPv6, we will cover that thing as well as. Okay, and switching part, okay, as well as we will discuss about that one. The routing table, how routing, how router connect you to the different devices. Okay, and how we will perform the routing within that, the route selections methods. Okay, like these are the concepts like the longest match, admins AD, and the metric, as well as static routing is the one of the part, network address translation, network time protocol, DHCP, DNS, these kind of a services we will learn about them, as well as SNMP, syslog. Okay, so these are the different things what we're going to learn or cover here. In the security fundamentals, yes, we will discuss about little bit about the vulnerabilities, the threats, actually, possible latest threat like DOS attack. Okay, these kind of a stuff we will cover that one as well as, and even the mitigation techniques as well as. Okay, a little bit conceptual topic. And security program elements like the security awareness, like how we can provide the physical access control and all this stuff. And we will have a basic, even we are not doing any kind of a security, but in CCNA we have the VPN concept as well as, so we will cover that part as well as here. Okay, so we will have knowledge of VPN here. Actually, it's a part of CCNA security. VPN was previously part of CCNA security, and in major it was part of CCNP security. But nowadays, it is also part of CCNA. We will cover that stuff as well as, guys. Okay, so these are the different topics like wireless security protocol, because wireless is nowadays very popular. You know that we are using at our home, correct? So WLAN or wireless security things are very important, guys. Okay, so that is the idea, as well as the different techniques, the SNMP, DHCP, NTP. These things are very important actually. Okay, so we will cover all these stuffs. Okay, within the time frame we will cover all these stuffs basically. Okay, so that is the idea. So this will be the core program. Okay, this will be the core program what we're going to cover here. You just need to connect with the team for, if you want to enroll for any specific program, you need to connect with the team, guys, and we will help you, we will guide you as well as, and will provide you training for on this as well as. Okay, so this is the whole idea. So any person want to, like, it's a kind of an introduction stuff, guys. It was about me and about the course. So any person, if you want to ask me something, you feel free to ask me. You can ask me anything. Do you have any query? Because it is something like, if you're taking session, definitely there should be, queries should be there. Correct. Any query, guys? No queries? Okay. So as I told you, like for getting jobs, not only like it's, sometime you will get job easily, but the problem with the progressive approach. Okay, if you want progress within the field, okay, so you need to, as I told you, you need to have multiple skill sets, multiple technology knowledge. That will be always helpful. And always remember, if you are in this field, in future you will never be backend. Always remember that. you know I did these programs, around 14 15 years ago. It was 2012, I think. So you can see that, like, if you have these kind of trainings or these kind of skill sets, you always will have work, you always will have jobs in your hand. There is a term called recession. Okay, so there is a biggest challenge in the IT industry, that is recession. But what I have seen, in my career basically, Usually recession impacts on the people who are at software level actually. Okay, the people who are developing softwares, people who are software engineers, people who are working with the iOS, and they are working with the different projects. Most of them, they will lose the job. But I rarely see the impact of the recession on the people who are in this field, in the networking. Okay, because these kind of profiles are very selected, peoples are very selective. Okay, and what I have seen, like most of the time, recession doesn't impact on us. It's my personal experience. Maybe I am wrong. I'm not saying it is a fact, but what I have observed and what is my observation, because during that time I have seen like people who are doing the desk job kind of a thing. Okay, the software stuff, they lose their job if you see. But network, no one can eliminate you if you have this kind of skill set. Reason behind that, you are managing everything, and network is something that is very very important. Doesn't matter there are two people in the office or there are 2000. Correct. Ultimately the dependency of that organization is on you, because you are managing the entire network. Correct. So that is why what I feel, in this field there is a kind of job securities as well as, and not only job security, the future possibility and job opportunities are also good. You can switch to anywhere. You can, after getting experience of 4 or 5 years, you can move outside of India as well as, that. Okay, if you have a good experience, good knowledge, you can move outside. Okay, you can easily switch the job. The growth is very easy here in this field. Let's say you're getting a XYZ package right now, you will get, are easily 50 to 60% hike on the other organization as well, as if you have good knowledge and good experience actually. Okay, so there is, in this field, you do not face such issues basically. Initial level job could be little bit struggling. The first job, what we usually call the first job, could be little bit struggling. But after getting the first job, you will be easily manage your career basically. You can think about like where you can move and in which technologies you can have good hands. Correct. That is the idea, and for that purpose, yeah, we are here. Correct. So we can guide you better, in the different manners. Okay, so it's better to have, like, it's better to have, people, what people usually do, Arvind, they just take the trainings. I heard something from somewhere and I started to get training. Well, it is not like that. Okay. In here, in the skills for everyone, you will get the guidance as well as later on. If you want the certification support as well as from us, we can provide that thing as well as to you. Correct. So we can provide the certification support as well as, okay, we will help you within that as well as we will provide you the career guidance and everything. So within these program, if you are enrolling for these program, you will get everything under a single roof. Correct. So that is the motto of, our theme basically. That is why we have created the skills for everyone basically. Okay, so we have such programs, such technology oriented skills, basically a group of skill sets, so that will be definitely help you in your career, boosting your career or starting your career basically. Okay, so that is the idea. So that's all from my side, guys. Is there any specific query, so that if there is no query, then we can turn off the session? Okay, because it was not a class, it's a kind of an introductory session. I hope you have seen, like, and you have observed me. My name is Peter. As I told you, I will be a trainer for CCNA in these specific module. I usually provide training for CCNA, CCNP, a little bit cybersecurity parts or CES part as well as. Okay, so I hope you have observed like what is the way of my teaching and all. I have around 15 years of experience, around 12 to 14 years of trainings, basically. Okay, so I have a good ample amount of training experience as well as along with the different technologies. So definitely whenever I provide trainings, guys, usually you will observe that experience there, because I usually prefer to give like, the during the trainings, basically I usually prefer the real time cases, real time issues, the interview questions. I usually throw these topics within the training as well as. Okay, so I place those things as well as, like, let's say we are discussing something, so I will definitely tell you, yes, this is a kind of a interview question, it can be asked in the interviews. Correct. So I will, make a point of them as well as for you. Will help you as well as for guidance purposes. Okay. So just get enrolled for the courses. Just connect with the team. Okay. And just connect with the team. And if you have any issue later on, you can connect with us. Our technical, advisors are also there at place. So you can connect them through the counselors as well as. Okay. So we will be always available for you. So just get enrolled for these programs, especially for the network engineering career program, guys. So that will be definitely help you. What I can say you, that will be definitely help you for your career point of view. Okay. So that is the idea. So that's all from my side, guys. So we'll meet you soon. Bye bye. Take care.